1. Who was involved in the case? Remo Dennis and others were members of the Communist Party. 2. When did the case happen? It's argued on December 4th, 1950, and decided on June 4th, 1951, during the time of the Second Red Scare in the Cold War. 3. When did the case originate? It's in Congress. 4. What happened in the case? Remo Dennis and others were members of the Communist Party. They were also officers and members of the International Union of Mine, Mills, and Smelter Workers. They filed false affidavits between 1949 and 1955 to satisfy the stipulates of 9 of the National Labor Relations Act, as amended by the Taft-Hartley Act, which required all unions offers to submit non-communist affidavits. The union officials retained their Communist Party affiliations, filled the affidavits, and enabled two units to use the service of the National Labor Relations Board. 5. Why did the case go to the Supreme Court? The union officers were indicated by the United States Direct Court of conspire to fraudulently obtain the service of the National Labor Relations Board. 6. What was the decision by the Supreme Court? A verdict of guilty as to all the petitioners was returned by the jury on October 14, 1949. The Court of Appeals affirmed the convictions.
William Howard Taft. William Howard Taft was born in Cincinnati on September 15, 1857. He was the 27th President of the United States. His tenure was 1909 to 1913. He's the only president chosen from the Chief Justice. William Howard Taft was the 10th Chief Justice of the United States. He's also the only person to hold both President and Chief Justice office. William Taft was not seen as brilliant as a child, but was a hard worker. He attended Woodward High School in Cincinnati and Yale College. Roosevelt had served almost 3.5 years on McLean's term. On the night of his own election in 1904, Roosevelt publicly declared he would not run for re-election in 1908, a pledge he quickly regretted, but he felt bound by his word. The Democrats argued that Taft was the true heir to Roosevelt's mantle. Taft's opponent in the general election was Bryan, the Democratic nominee for the third time in four presidential elections. Taft was elected president in 1908, the chosen successor of Theodore Roosevelt, but was defeated for re-election by Woodrow Wilson in 1912, after Roosevelt split the Republican vote by running as a third-party candidate. In 1921, President Warren G. Harding appointed Taft to be the Chief Justice, a position in which he served until a month before his death. Taft, a Unitarian, was a leader in the early 20th century of the favorable reprisal of the Catholicism historical role. Taft continued and expanded Roosevelt's effort to break a business combination through lawsuits brought under the Sherman Antitrust Act, bringing 7 cases in 4 years.